Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in. Today we are going to talk about the new update of Flutter. It's on 12th of June 2024, and it's pretty exciting update. Like for me personally, actually, this is the most excited update in this year so far. And like I said, in previous video that I don't know what flow it's going to release for the FFDC, but that's pretty much like amazing things. If they actually only release this feature, and then I saw that they have actually a streaming API call, so we're expecting that, but we're going to talk about that in a bit. I mean, what else we can ask for? That's amazing. And I'm talking to the Debug Panel especially. But I'm not going to talk about the Debug Panel because I already have a video about it. But before I'm not going to talk in details is what I meant. But before we jump into this today video, um, I just want to say thank you very much for all the people who are actually subscribed to my YouTube channel and all the people who are actually paid members. So you can actually become a paid member in the bottom below, in the button, if you click below. And there are a lot of actually people right now being a paid member. I mean, like a lot for me because I didn't expect so many people to support my channel and to view the videos. And I currently have like 30 plus videos that are only available to my paid members. So there are this is a lot of content for paid users. And also, of course, you're going to support the channel being a paid member. So thank you in advance for that. And yeah, let's jump into this today video. So the first and the most exciting thing that I will talk about is the debug panel or debug info panel. They have released it. I was actually testing it in beta, and I was blown away. To be honest, when I first heard about the debug panel that they planning to do it, and I was like, this is because I think they mentioned something like local run, and I was like, come on, local run. I mean, I don't have local run. I'm in Linux. I don't have local run. And I think a lot of you guys actually are not using local run for some reason. Maybe it's because like you have to be a paid member, or I don't know what's the exact reason. Maybe it's the setup. But then I actually was told that you can use it in test mode, and I was like, in test mode, really? You can use it in test mode? I can't believe that. And then I went to test mode, and voila, you can actually see it over here. By default, it's open. When you run a test mode, you are going to see the debug panel. Like I said, I'm not going to into details, but essentially this is what this is going to give you. This will give you every single variable that you can think of wherever you're displaying that variable on your page or not, which is super useful, especially like app state, page state, component state, global properties, widget states, notifications, user variables, and I think wherever you can think of, you will see the variable over here. Like pretty amazing, pretty amazing. But like I said, I went into details. Like I spent like around 20 minutes to talk about the debug info panel, like going into much details, what the debug panel is doing, what you can see, and everything that you can think of. And Flow actually made a video about that as well. But to be honest, this is like more of like a promotional video. They don't really like tell you or show you how to use the debug panel. I mean they are telling you, but it's like more of the promotion video. So to be honest, I hope that my videos will make sense for you guys to watch in the future. I'm thankful that you're actually here, because Flow is actually doing like a pretty good job recently of promoting their new features in Flow, which they didn't actually did previously. So that's why I started to do this those videos. So let me know if you like this video. So please like it, so I know that this content is actually something that you want me to keep on doing it. Great. So let's actually jump to the next feature. So the next feature actually is recursive components. And this is going to unlock the power of recursive components in Flow, which like the most use cases that I can think of it, like I said in the video how to use it, is actually having like a menu, for example, that you have like you can have like unlimited like submenus, submenu items, or you can have like folders, like explore of the folders and files. So you can have that because you can have like unlimited number of levels inside your folder technically. And then the last example that they give is when you have like commands, and when you reply to a command, it will be like a command of the command. So yeah, it's pretty good actually, and it's pretty easy to set up as well. So they have actually showed you a video, and I'm going to try to implement it now. So after around 20 minutes, let me show you my actual project actually. So this is the project that this is the page actually that I have built according to the I followed directions of the tutorial that Flutter actually have released, which you can also do that. I think I have a little bit like optimize it, which means that I have like a file explorer or something like that. I have the name and I have the file, so this will be a boolean. If a file it's a file, then true. If it's a folder, then false. So it would be so you know that this is a folder. Then the ID uh, of the UID of the ID of the document, and then I have the folder ID. So this is if there is a subfolder, if this document, if it's a folder or a file, doesn't really matter. What is the folder that this file is currently in? So I only actually did it with one collection instead of Flow, which they made it into collections, which I think it's it looks at least more prettier this way. Another thing that I probably did, like I will say better, is that they haven't showed that in the video actually, but I'm not sure if they have used conditional builder, but I used conditional builder in order to just show if it is actually a file, then show the file icon. If it's a folder, then show the folder icon with a conditional builder. This is the logic over here. Of course, I'm querying it first. I'm querying the whole collection of files and folders. And then over here, I'm also querying it, and I'm querying the file explorer list of file explorers, and I'm querying the folder ID, which is equal to the ID of the actual folder. And so this is coming from the ID of the folder. And then I have a recurrent, so I have actually the same component. This actually inside the component, of course, and I have the same component. And the component, actually, I forget to mention that it's accepting a component parameter, which is the folder. It's like file or folder. So it's a document from File Explorer. Great. And then the final thing that I have here, it's this one is for files. So if there's any files in this folder, I'll just say the folder ID, and then all the files that are inside the folder. So you have two filters. One is the folder ID, and the other is the file, and the file will be equals to true. And the difference between this one and this one is that here the file says false, so this only give you folders, and this will give you actually the folders, like I said, and this will give you the files. So to be honest, I have to pass the folder document, which I am actually. I'm passing the folder document, which is great, but fortunately, I'm not able to show you like a testing mode for some reason. I'm actually getting an error, which is super strange because I was actually able to like run test mode regardless of the error, which is super strange. But the error that I get, let me actually show you the error that I get because it's super weird error. Which is I have this, for example, it's there, it says it's over here in this custom function, but if I click on the actual error, it says on line 254, which I don't have this line. Of course, you can see it's only 26 lines over here. And then the error, it's very strange. It says fake document reference. So it's something related with Flutter, I think. Super weird error. And also it's actually the test mode actually run for some reason. Yeah, so I changed the rules. Actually had to deploy the rules, and then if I show you, this is actually what I get. For some reason, it says that the rules are not being deployed, or there is something else with the rules. But you can actually see that my rules is read everyone, so technically I should not get any errors from the rules, but I still get like super weird green screen. I haven't like saw this screen before. It's super weird green screen. I think it's related to the recursive component, because like I showed you, this error is super weird. So yeah, I'm not able to actually show you because for me at least it did not work. But yeah, let me know if it worked actually for you guys. And the next feature that we're going to talk about is actually improved Codemagic deploy output, which is actually pretty good update as well. The reason I'm saying that is because when you have an error, it's sometimes it's very hard to like know what is exactly going on, and now you can have access to the docs, for example. Not for example, but you have access to the docs. So I'll give you an example with one of my apps, which is actually failing from a long time ago. And I have this log. And when I view the log, actually, I didn't get like any error, just say failed or something like that. But now when I click it, watch what happens. It says manual update of AAB required, and it says your Play Store permissions are insufficient. And then there is click here for more details. So if I click here, actually, I'm going to be redirected to this page, which says code 403. The cover does not have permissions, which is pretty good. Like finally, I will know what is going on where this app particular why it's not deploying, and it's super useful that you also have the documentation as well. Pretty awesome things for the flow. I'm really impressed with this functionality. Let me know, guys, if it helps you as well. And the next one that we have is set cursor position in form field. And now you're actually able to set it for end, beginning, or like selected. So not even that you can actually implement the value that you want. You can set the value that you want for your text field, but you can also set the position of the cursor as well. So that's pretty amazing. And it says here determines the location of the cursor in your form field after the value is set. The most common use case is likely the end, which places the cursor at the end of the text. Highlighting is the legacy behavior of selecting, editing the text. So we have this end, start, or highlighted. Pretty good thing, because previously we didn't have this functionality. And I think there are a lot of use cases that you can actually maybe not start. Maybe for start, I don't see a lot of functional, like a lot of examples, but for highlighted, maybe you can like set the variable, but then you want the user to retype some other value and just directly start typing it. For example, that will be a great use case. So let's actually move to the last one. And the last one, which is Flutter version upgrade coming soon. So they're actually going to change the version of the Flutter, which is pretty exciting. And they made a video explaining everything, like how to fix the dependencies issues. I have actually another video as well that's saying Flutter 3.19, how to prepare to migrate your project. This is actually a great video. If you haven't watched that video, my video, I mean, please do. It will actually, I think it's like this video in Flow they did, it's very informative. So if you want to know more about like in details, then watch this video. But if you want to like have like a real solution, then watch my video, because here they're just explaining it, but like the real solution, I don't like see it. Maybe I'm missing something, but I don't see it. At least for me, the real solution, I don't see it. So, or yeah, maybe my solution that I'm suggesting, it's for me it's better, is what I'm trying to say. But I'm biased probably, right, because I have created this video. So but yeah, that's it for and sorry, there is one more thing, actually, the migration guide. I was about to forget that, which is important. There is a document which is pretty good. It's pretty appreciated that Flow is actually putting like the effort to put this document up, and we have like the breaking changes and in Flutter SDK, and then we have the super base breaking changes as well. And then you can actually see that finally we're moving from version 1 to version 2, because version 1 in Superbase is actually deprecated now. So version 2 is the way to go. A lot of packages are actually getting upgraded. Like you can see, for example, this version is jumping from 3 to 6, for example, this from 6 to 8, and so on and so forth. So a lot of good improvements for the packages. And then also, I think the most excited one is that Superbase is actually jumping from 1.11.11 to 2.2.0, which is pretty amazing, because if you're a Superbase user, and even if you're not, this will actually give you access to, this will enable you to actually use real-time data in Superbase, and a lot more, which is pretty exciting. I cannot wait for people to like migrate to, like, for the Flow to migrate to version 2, so people can actually like build on top of this package, and then build real-time support for Superbase, for example. And the last thing that I want to actually talk about is other improvements, which is fix some localizations issue. I'm not sure which they are. Fixed issue with the canvas background cover. They just implemented last week, so okay. And then refactoring some collaboration workflows, which is great as well. And then we have new features we're working on, so more debug features, which is amazing. Code download export performance improvements, which is actually pretty good, because for my Linux local run, I'm actually using the SAY in order to download the projects, which is pretty good. I actually uh, updated my Linux version recently. So if you are a Linux user, you can actually download the latest version, which I think it's 0.5, and just use it. It's There's a lot of improvements in this version, and it's worked much better than before. And also we have the streaming API calls, which is like wonderful. The streaming APIs calls, which if you're wondering what is going on here, will actually give you opportunity to have real data using API calls. To be honest, I'm not sure like how exactly they're going to work with Flutter, but I'm going to dig into that, and for sure I'm going to create a video about that as well. And then we have upgrading Flutter and some underlying packages, like you saw in the documentation and the migrating that I showed you. So that's it, guys. Actually, and that's it for for this upgrade. I hope you learn a lot from it. And before we go, actually, I just wanted to like say one more time to thank everyone who have subscribed to my YouTube channel, and especially for those of you who are actually a paid members to my YouTube channel. And especially, I want to thank my elite members, which is a great shout out to them. Currently, we have GT Data Group and Cloud Bedrock, and also we have Matthias Salomon, which I hope I'm pronouncing those correctly, which are elite members. So thank you very much. If you are considering to be an elite member, you get a shout out in the end of each video for thanks for the great support. So yeah, thank you again, and see you in the next video. Take care.